Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time. I've visited half of all the NFL teams' stadiums. There's 32 teams. I visited 16 stadiums. Not like an actual game, but like I've walked up to the stadium. Let's check them out. First one we got here is State Farm Stadium. And I think this is Glendale, Arizona. There's me and my wife. This was during the off season. They're just standing behind us. You can clearly see the Arizona Cardinals logo back there. Again, this is off season. There's no one around, just me and my wife. So this was like off the street leading into the parking lot. It's a Arizona Cardinals themed banner, I guess. This was like I don't know, some sort of mini lake there. Arizona Cardinals, 1998-2002. What does that mean? What does that mean? 98, 2002? Someone died? And like every NFL stadium, they always have like an important statue of an important player or something. Someone that's in the Ring of Honor. And this stadium, it's this guy. I don't know much about the Arizona Cardinals, but I should have gotten this guy's name. It's probably in the back of his jersey. I didn't think to look back there. Here's a picture of me next to the statue. That's how tall it was. Either they made it ultra big, and that's his actual size, or I'm just short as hell. But yeah, that was State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, I think. Next up, we have Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. We were on our way to, I think, Mount Rushmore. We ended up stopping here in Denver, Colorado. But it was like a snowstorm. There was snow all over the place. This was in the morning. You see there's snow on the stairs and stuff. That's me in front of their, obviously, horses, the Bronco horses. This is kind of cool. Right in front of the stadium, or this could be on the side. I don't know what part of the stadium I am in right here. Right here, they have like some sort of a Hall of Fame shrine of all their legendary players that have played for them, the Denver Broncos. And I think I got close enough to Mr. Sharp from Undisputed, very hilarious sports commentator on FS1. Who else we got? John Elway, famous quarterback, played for the Denver Broncos. Good picture of the stadium right there. Okay, this is pretty cool. So there's a little walkway leading up through the stadium here, and they had like parts of like a helmet ripped off leading up to the stadium. That's the what do they call it? The T that holds up the football for kickoff. The bottom of a cleat, also in snow right there. A torn off shoulder pad. What is that? Looks like the chin strap from a helmet. Oh, we got a mouthpiece right there. Mouth guard. Half of a helmet ripped off. That's pretty cool. And that was Empower Field at Mile High. Yes, I have been to my favorite football team stadium, at&t Stadium. I've been there many times. I have a separate video I'm going to do for that later on, just on at&t Stadium. But yeah, I have been there. Carolina Panthers, Bank of America Field. Bank of America Stadium, yeah. Bank of America Stadium, up here. That's in front of the stadium. It looks pretty cool because it's like all black. And of course, they have their signature Panther right there with some, looks like some important names there. There's a shot of me and the family. Stadium right there with the, oh, and this was in, I think this is in Charlotte, North Carolina. Because the team is just called Carolina Panthers, but they're in Charlotte, North Carolina. Anyway, that's a stadium right there. And that is the buildings from Charlotte, downtown, I guess. Am I wearing Patrick Mahomes glasses? That's around the same general area of the stadium. That's a little picture they did of their logo on the bricks leading up to the entrance. Sam Mills, legendary player for the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, banners, you know, every stadium has their banners leading up to the stadium. That was Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Next, we have FedEx Field for the Washington Commanders. At that point, when we went to go visit this stadium, they were known as just the Washington football team. Here's another shot of the stadium off to the side. You know, this stadium is one of those that just already, it's had its run. It just needs a new stadium. It needs one of those stadiums with the a roof over their heads. This is obviously the place where they sell their tickets. What is it? The box office right there. See their Washington football team picture up there. Yeah, right behind me, there's like the Washington football team store. This is weird saying that, the Washington football team. Today they're known as the Washington Commanders. FedEx Field, another shot. Another shot off to the side. As you can see, they have some sort of glowing man throwing the football. It looks like he's being torn apart up here. I don't know if you can see on his chest. The whole thing is just falling apart. Like I said earlier, they should just get a new stadium, relocate. But that's FedEx Field for the Washington Commanders. What do we got next? M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, I think. This one is home to the Baltimore Ravens, obviously. It's kind of like a weird looking stadium. When you approach it, it doesn't even look like a stadium. It looks like a really old school building because there's like bricks all over the place. Like right here. Yeah, look. There's bricks all right here and then all up there. Yeah, there's like, you'd think this was like a university or something. It doesn't even look like a stadium. Off to the side of the stadium, they have the legendary Ray Lewis, linebacker for the Baltimore Ravens. One of the greatest linebackers of all time. I think we went during COVID, so they have some sort of like mask around his face. Like even the statues have the COVID masks on. There's another shot of one of the entrances. But yeah, couldn't get a picture of the field, but got a picture of the outside. And I didn't take too many pictures here because we got there at nighttime. We got to Lincoln Financial Field. The dumpster fire of the NFL. Host of next year's WrestleMania, I think. The team that I hate the most, the Philadelphia Eagles. So we got here at nighttime. I couldn't take any good pictures. So when we got to this stadium, we got to a point where we entered through some road and then the whole stadium is blocked off by a gate. What I did is I parked right in front of that gate and I went around the gate trying to find an opening. I eventually found one and I got into Lincoln Financial Field. Not in there, but I mean where I'm at right here, you have to cross that security gate to get in there. I found an opening and I got there. So yeah, this was nighttime. Couldn't get, my camera sucked. The Eagles, thank you. I don't thank you, Eagles. I don't like you. I only got a few pictures here, like 4 or 5 pictures here. These are the pictures I took. But yes, I've been to Lincoln Financial Field, sadly. As we were driving off, I found a parking lot where I sort of got a good picture of the stadium. But yeah, that is Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia. And of course, I have been to what was known at the time Mercedes-Benz Superdome, home of the New Orleans Saints. Now it's called the Caesars Superdome or Caesars Dome, one of those two. But yeah, I was there, not for an actual NFL game, but I was there for WrestleMania 34. Yeah, so I went into that stadium, took pictures around it, and went around and inside the stadium. Next, we got MetLife Stadium. So this one, we were vacationing. I think we were in New York. We got there during a time when there was some sort of concert going on at MetLife Stadium. I think some big country star was having a concert there. We got there during that, so there was a lot of ruckus. There was a lot of traffic there. So we got in line to drive in, and as soon as we got to the security, they were like, "May I see your ticket, please?" I was like, "Oh, I don't have a ticket, man. I just came here to take a picture of the stadium." They're like, "All right, so you got to turn around." So they let me turn around and then get off my vehicle and take a couple shots. Here's where they made me turn around. Like, I'm parked over here somewhere, and that's security for the concert that's going on. MetLife Stadium, home of the New York Giants and New York Jets. Again, I only took like 5-6 pictures here, but that's it. Yeah, couldn't get any closer because there was security all around it for that concert. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got Gillette Stadium in Foxborough in Massachusetts. right near Boston. Of course, it was nighttime, as you can see. This is the shot of the stadium at night, lit up. The New England Patriots Pro Shop in there, pretty cool. But yeah, that was Gillette Stadium. Oh wait, we stayed there nearby somewhere. We ended up going back the next day. Here we am the following morning at Gillette Stadium. Me and my wife. That's in front of the stadium, I think, or off to the side, one of those. Gillette Stadium, you know, Gillette, the shaving people. So we went back to that same area, this time during daylight. You can see a little bit more. Over here, there's like a little archway. You walk through there, you can see the field, but that was blocked off with a gate. Couldn't see the field. And of course, outside their pro shop, they had banners of their Super Bowl trophies. I went inside the pro shop. It's cool because inside the pro shop, they have the usual merchandise that they sell, but then off to the side, they have like a little mini like Hall of Fame. Like here, they have a Julian Edelman shoes that he wore during I think the Super Bowl. Was it the Super Bowl? I don't know, but they're Julian Edelman's game-worn shoes, and I think over there that's a playoff used football during one of the Patriots games. And off to the side, they had a game-worn Tom Brady jersey. Look at that, $2,500 for that. And then after we left the pro shop, we went back outside. But that was Gillette Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, the ugliest stadium I've ever been to. Highmark Stadium. I don't know if it's called that now, but apparently that's what it was called when I went to go visit. Highmark Stadium, home of the Buffalo Bills. This stadium was just, it looks ugly, it looks nasty. It looks like your basic high school football team stadium. Nothing special about it. It's all open. Even the lighting are just the basic poles with lights pointing down. You know, like a high school football stadium. They're definitely in need of a new one. A rooftop stadium. There's their store, pro shop. There's in the shot their logo on the field leading up to the stadium. Then there's this guy. Ralph Wilson, looks like, Jr. I have no idea who that is. I don't know much about the Buffalo Bills. But he has a good firm handshake. I walked up to him and shook his hand. As you can see, he has a firm grip. It's kind of hurting me. Again, this was during the off season, but yeah, that is the ugliest NFL stadium I've ever been to. Highmark Stadium in the state of New York, home of the Buffalo Bills. Next up, we have First Energy Stadium, home of the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland, Ohio. Funny story about this one. I think, I don't know where we were coming from, but on our way down back home, we were going to go through Cleveland. And I was like, oh, let's try to get to the stadium there so I can take some pictures. But at that time, we were driving, and the sun was about to go down. And I was like, I gotta get there before the sun goes down, because at the time, the Cleveland Browns were one of my favorite teams because of Baker Mayfield. And I was like, I want to get there before sundown so I can take pictures in daylight around the stadium. So like, I was driving like over the speed limit. Like the speed limit was like 70. I was going like 80, 81 miles an hour just to get there to beat the sundown. But yeah, that was First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Next up, we got Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, home of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this stadium, if you don't remember watching the Dark Knight Rises, the third movie in Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, the scene where the stadium explodes, where the field explodes, where they're playing, they filmed that in this stadium, Heinz Field. Heinz Field Code of Conduct. Welcome to Heinz Field, home of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Off to the side of the stadium's right there in the background. They have like a lot of art displayed outside the stadium. This one was one of the pieces that was there. I don't know what this represents. I'm not from the city of Pittsburgh, but it looks awesome. I took a picture of that. It's me. And yeah, like every stadium, they have their pro shop. I did go into this pro shop. Inside they have, usual stuff, jerseys, baseball caps, Signed footballs from players, I guess. Helmets also, as you can see up there. So that's a shot of outside the stadium after I left the pro shop. As you can see, I bought one of the terrible towels and some sunglasses. That was Heinz Field, home of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next up, we got, I think this was called Paul Brown Stadium. I'm not sure. But this is home of the Cincinnati Bengals. I think it's Paul Brown Stadium. Yeah, up there. It says Paul Brown Stadium. This is another stadium where I actually did walk all the way around the stadium. I walked the whole thing. Here's a picture of the shot of an opening of the stadium. You can see the bleachers up there, the seats. Bengals Pro Shop. Like every stadium, they have their own. This was, I think, as I was walking, I started taking pictures all over the place. Here's another picture off to the side. Yeah, like all the stadiums, they have like their own little garden of trees and stuff leading up to the stadium. B, obviously, for the Bengals. I tried to get a close-up shot of, or as close as I could to the field, but it's all guarded off by the gate right there. Yeah, that's the stadium, and then over there, downtown Cincinnati, I guess, all their buildings. But yeah, that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. And finally, we have Nissan Stadium, home of the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee. Is this Nashville? I think this is in Nashville, Tennessee. Not too sure. So this picture of me in the jersey, when we got there, I wasn't wearing that. I actually went to their pro shop, bought this jersey, and then started taking my pictures. I bought the jersey, and then this one. This is another stadium where I walked all the way around also. The team store where I bought the jersey. Another shot off to the side. Of course, they have banners and pictures of current and past NFL players. Here's another, I think there's a barrier to keep cars from driving in. Welcome to Nissan Stadium. Right here, this shot where you see the benches. That's as close as I got to the field because they have a gate there, fence. So what I did, I walked right up to the gates, and I put my camera in between two poles. So what you're seeing right here is a shot of the stadium in between one pole and another pole. That's how close I got. I couldn't get any further than that. And of course, it's Nissan Stadium, so they have Nissan cars all over the stadium. Those are actual cars. They're not fakes. Those are actual cars. There's a Nissan SUV up there, a Nissan truck up there. Pretty cool. I think this is another shot of the opposite side of the stadium. Pretty cool. I like how it's like has a lot of red in there. That was Nissan Stadium, home of the Tennessee Titans. And so this one, we were in Houston. I think we were there for the WWE Royal Rumble. This one I only took maybe 3 photos because there was something going on there, and I just quickly took some photos. There's me and my wife in front of the NRG Stadium. Home of the Houston Texans. Of course, I have their Bulls. I have more pictures, but I can't find them.